Hey guys, it's Bob Ferngren. I'm back with another 8-minute call. And these calls are really just designed to help you. Short little burst, takes just a few minutes, always under 8 minutes. And I've already explained to you why they're called an 8-minute call in previous videos. So, in a previous video, I talked to you about you want to be successful, do the opposite of what the unsuccessful people are doing. You want to be successful, do the opposite of what average people are doing. You know, just think about average people. They're overweight, chronic disease, heavily in debt, working for someone else's dreams, struggling in their relationships. So do the opposite. We say, well, that's kind of easy to say. No, it's like an adult with an IQ above, 100 should understand that what average people are doing is failing. Well, today I'm going to tell you about what do successful people do. And one of them, and we'll talk more about others in future videos, is successful people are always students. Always. That's why this college thing doesn't work anymore and why so many males are not, it's going to soon to be 65% females in college. It's just not working. And why is it not working? Well, besides all the BS crap they're trying to shove down kids' brains, what's the value in it? It's hard to say. Certainly, from a scientific or a medical or anything that has to do with high levels of science, you're going to need further education for that. So that's a given. But that forcing you to have a college degree thing, that thing's about ready to come to an end because, we got college kids who can't even read. In Harvard, they have to do remedial arithmetic. How the heck do you get into Harvard and you don't know how to do basic arithmetic? But that's another weird thing. But here's what successful people do. They're always learning. They're always learning. And then some of that stuff they learn, they apply. So I can tell you at my peak learning, which I still read constantly. I still watch podcasts. I still listen to great speakers. But at my peak, this was my system, that I was going to read 3 to 4, you could call them self-help or you can call them leadership books or interpersonal skills, communication skills, selling, the art of selling, those type of things, how to treat those type of books. That's what I was reading, 3 to 4 of those books for every one fiction book that I would read. And so that was generally 3 to 5 books a month. And at that peak of learning, I was also at the peak of earning. No, I'm not saying I don't want to earn like that. I have the distraction of raising 2 children, 3 and under right now, which is really my joy and my purpose and my contentment. And so right now I'm reading less, probably 1 book every 5 or 6 days versus the frenzy of books I was reading and things I was doing. I was listening to podcasts on real estate this morning. I was making breakfast. So I'm always in a learning state. And then I have to apply some of that stuff. That's called the action. You just don't learn to learn. What good is that? You learn to apply. And you don't apply everything. You're a filter. I'll talk more about being a filter in your reticular activating device in future videos. But I just want to get this thought to your head. Yes, do the opposite of what average people are doing. Because average people, no offense. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm trying to wake up everybody. Do the opposite. Average people aren't going anywhere. And they're not going there really fast, too. And then life's over with, guys. Do what the successful people are doing, right? Do what the successful people are doing. Simple, easy to say that. Another thing to live it. Now, that's your choice. That everybody has a choice what they're going to do with their life. And that's your choice. My suggestion is do the opposite of average and do what successful people are doing. We'll talk more about that in future videos. But I hope you have a blessed day.